Ladybugs and Yellow Jackets, welcome. Welcome to Fae Productions. I am Fairy Princess Lolly, and today is our very first run of the handmade home shopping series for this channel. We've never done this before, but with all of the quarantine and everything, we decided we were going to expand our platform to give vendors and performers an additional place that they could purvey their wares, if you will. And so today we are doing our first handmade home shopping, and that will actually start at 4 o'clock. We have a little bit of time before that begins. We have a lineup of 12 different vendors who will show you their things, and you can then shop with them, keeping it handmade and supporting small businesses. But before we get to that part of things, seeing as how it's spring and everybody wants a little entertainment and whatnot, I thought that perhaps to begin the show today, we would have some wonderful musical entertainment from some minstrels that I happen to know, Finn and Godric, and I shall bring them in here presently. Please give them a welcome. Hello, welcome, Finn and Godric.
Hello. Is this how human beings wave?
No, my king. It's this way.
Oh,
this
okay.
slow.
Wait, no.
Shh. Oh, sorry.
Remember, just regular Finn.
Sorry, my king.
Just regular Finn.
So we did decide actually this last week on the Fae News Network that the official fairy greeting was solidarity, because we cannot touch anyone or anything. That is it. Yeah. Well, okay. You guys, I guess maybe you can fist bump each other. You're obviously together, but yes,
I don't know. Very professional relationship between me and Godric here. Very professional.
That's what you say.
Absolutely. And nothing.
I believe every word you say, Your Majesty. Every word of it.
No. Regular Finn.
Oh yes, regular Finn.
Well, shall we get started?
Yes, allow me, if you will. If you are watching with us from home, please give us the likes and subscribes and the thumbs up, and of course, leave some awesome comments and let them know how much you love them. And I shall now turn over the screen to our wonderful bards and minstrels. At your leisure.
I didn't know that you wanted to finish. Well, now that we're done, I'm out.
Oh, no. Get back here.
What?
Ow. Stop.
You said it was only for 40 seconds. No, 4 minutes. No.
I don't know. Human time is a little confusing to me. I think we said 40 years? 40 years sounds about right. Yep. Yep. Oh wait,
I
no,
don't
that's way,
think I can play for that long.
that's way too long.
I think it's my
40,
turn.
40 hours. 40 hours. Yes. 40 hours. We'll be playing for
didn't-
40 hours. Are you ready?
Sure. I don't know. I'll do my best.
Oh wait, no, that's wrong too. 40 minutes. Do you think you can handle 40 minutes?
I think so.
All right.
I'll do my best. Well, it's hard when we're playing for that long.
Well,
We've been
yeah.
playing for quite some time.
Well, yes, and I don't believe we've practiced in about 1,000 years, so
Well, I know.
we're not doing too bad.
I would not say
too
so
bad.
as well.
All right. What shall we play next?
Oh,
The Lilting Banshee.
oh, sure. Let's do it. nice. I made most of that up anyway, though.
You did?
Aye.
Oh, well, that was quite good of you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm rather impressed with myself.
Do you think you could do it again?
What? Right now?
Yes, right now.
It depends on what it is.
Well.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
You know, making it up's not that easy.
No, I told you it wasn't. But I do feel like we've been playing a lot of instrumental.
Well, yes, that's because I play an instrument, Godric.
You mentioned Finn.
Yes?
You have a question from the audience. Is that a pirate lute?
A pirate lute? No, my dear, it's mandolin.
A pirate lute. Did you steal it from a pirate?
I did not, in fact. It was a gift to me from a dear loved one. It's about 120 years old, which is not that old for a fairy, but very old, I hear, for a human.
Count Morbid also wants to know why there are no cats.
Well, that's because they don't quite like the sound of our music. They have a more refined taste and prefer the goblin tunes.
Well, the goblin.
Yeah, could you perhaps?
Oh, you want me to go goblin tunes?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Oh, all right. Apparently not. Sorry.
No, I don't know where they are.
I don't believe I've ever actually heard a goblin tune. That was amazing.
They happen quite a lot, actually.
They do.
Especially when you have to tune.
Yes. A common goblin saying when you're playing music is "good enough for country." Yes. Yes. Good enough for country. Are you ready?
I've got to change it from the goblin tune. There we go. But hey, I think I should do. I think I should sing. I've got a beautiful voice.
But I play an instrument.
Well, my voice is an instrument.
Is it?
Well,
If what I just heard is anything to go by, I'm not sure I'm impressed.
Well, how about we do? Play me a song that has vocals.
All right.
I'll sing for you.
All right. Do you know this one? Well, perhaps I don't know this one.
I do. Step together, young people, here to heel and toe to toe. Arm in arm, like no one ready. Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Over hill, way up and down, myrtle green and black and brown. Pass the shilling through the town of forsaken body. So Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Legendary, plenty meal, plenty food to fill the field. Plenty body, heart and well, that's the juice of the body. So Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Better things to throw in the brighter as than any star. There is no them all but fun, that's our dark and body. So Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Music break. So Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Over hill, way up and down, myrtle green and black and brown. Pass the shilling through the town of the sacred body. So Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. Mystickal, Auquabun, he'll take healing toe to toe. Arm in arm and row off the body's ready. See it? Like I said, I've got a beautiful singing voice.
You're right, you do have a beautiful singing voice. I'd like you to do it again.
Well, no, I'm done.
No. Get back here. Get back here. I
What?
command you.
Yes, my king.
Yes. No.
Sorry.
Just regular old Finn, but still I command you. Do it again.
Right now.
Yes, right now. You heard me.
But I need.
We're still on.
I'm. All right.
No, not that one.
Oh. I think it's. Yeah. There it is. All right. So. All right.
Wait. I don't know this one. What do I play?
Your instrument. The fox right now on the chimney. Pray for the moon to give them light for many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. No, many miles to go that night before he reached the town. No.
See, I can sing too.
He ran till he came to the farmer's bench. Took some leaves from up their rain. He said, a couple of you gonna fix my chin, or I'll leave this town. No. A couple of you gonna fix my chin before I leave this town. He grabbed the grey goose by the neck, threw it up across his back. He didn't mind the quack, and the legs all dangling down. No. He didn't mind the quack, and the legs all dangling down. No. Well, the old grey woman jumped out of the window, she popped her hand, crying, John, the grey goose is gone. Foxes on the town, no. John, the grey goose is gone, and the foxes on the town, no. He ran to the camp, Jim's best one then and there with the little ones 8, 9, 10, sing daddy, daddy, ready go back again. Must be a mighty fine town, no, town, no, town, no, daddy, daddy, go back again. For it must be a mighty fine town, no. The fox and his wife, without any strength, they cut up the girls with a fork and a knife, and they never had to suffer in the life. And the little ones shoot on the bones, oh, they never had to suffer in the life. And the little ones shoot on the bones. That was not better.
It was lovely.
Why?
And it turns out I did know that one after all. But, you know, I feel like the focus is a little too much on you and not quite enough on me. And we should fix that.
Yes, my king.
No. Regular old Finn.
Yes, Finnvarr.
No. No. You're getting close, though. You're getting better.
Yes, my king.
I lost it. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, we haven't rehearsed in 1,000 years,
Yes,
like you said.
1,000 years. That's a
really long
to put
time.
down your mandolin.
Hi. Excuse me, but I need to get the water.
Oh, me too.
Well, my king, what shall we play next for these lovely, lovely creatures?
Count Morbid suggests that you try Yes, My Dude.
Yes, my dude.
Yes, my dude. Is this some sort of human slang?
I'm not entirely sure. The only thing I know about the dude is that he abides.
Well, so do I. So seems fitting enough.
What, am I making something up?
Yes.
The dude, he liked to drink a lot. I heard a rug would leave the room. So beware when you're going on a quest. Just beware to get that rug, cause it is the bestest. The dude is the dude, and I do believe that he is not rude. He's the
no, he's not rude.
He's the dude. Well, that dude, he certainly is not rude.
That was pretty good, Godric, but I think you're way out of your element.
I am definitely way out of my element for that. I did my best. Sorry, Cam Morbid.
Your best was fantastic.
Ah, yes. you couldn't go one step faster.
Oh, I could.
Oh, well, to prove it then.
But at that speed, it ceases to be music and starts being goblin music.
It's all about the art and the fiddler.
Guinness Book of World Records.
He is fast.
Would you like to hear a song that I like to call "How to Annoy Your Rhythm Guitarist"?
That sounds like an amazing title.
Yes, it's a wonderful song. Would you like to play it, Godric?
No.
Well,
No, I
that's
would
too
not.
bad.
No, in fact, no, I'm out. I'm done.
No, get back here! Get back here! You do like man! Ow! 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 Ow!
Fine. Cheers. Why are you always gonna poke me in the side with it?
Well, if you didn't run away so fast.
Well, you want to make me play this song.
Oh no.
Nope, didn't get it.
Okay,
Even you weren't even playing it, and I still
try
didn't get
again.
it.
Let's try again.
All right.
Whatever, I can't even play the song.
Ha! I'll see how it goes. You want to know, judge there?
Okay, we'll play your favorite. How about that?
Yes, please. Helps if I could play my favorite song.
Yeah, that would
You
help.
threw off my whole game with me
I
playing
threw off your groove. Who's the emperor here?
I don't know, but you threw off the groove, my king.
No. Regular old Finn. Nope. Regular old Finn. That's my name.
Regular old human Finvara.
Regular old human Finn.
Vara.
Remember, high kicks, not high king.
I can't kick that high.
No, you can't. Nobody can. I'm pretty fantastic.
Well, that is true.
Do you remember the rhyme?
Vaguely. No, I don't.
You don't remember it?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, what do you remember?
Not a lot, to be honest. Ooh, wait,
No,
I've got one.
Don't make me say it.
Tamlin.
Don't you remember anything else?
Ah, Silver Spear.
No, that's let's play Tamlin. Getting the hang of it.
Yes, you are. Very well done, my king. May I show you how I once played with this with this fiddler?
No.
But it
No.
was
No. If you want to play that fast, why don't you go quarantine yourself with him?
oh, you're prettier.
I'm much prettier.
Aye, yeah. Then I won't.
Would you like to sing one more?
Oh, I would love to.
Oh,
You can search far and wide, you can drink the whole town dry, but you never find a beer so brown as the one we drink in our hometown. You can drink your fancy ales, you can drink them by the flagon, but the only brew for the brave and true comes from the Green Dragon. Hey ho, to the bottle I go, to heal my heart and drown my woe. Rain may fall, the wind may blow, but there still be many miles to go. Sweet is the sound of the pouring rain, and the stream that falls from hill to plain. Better than rain or rippling brook is a mug of beer inside this took. Go hey ho, to the bottle I go, to heal my heart and drown my woe. Rain may fall, the wind may blow, but there still be many miles to go.
Strange and dark is the world outside, but in the pub there's not to hide. With lots of ale and barley wine, this evening is surpassing fine. Hey ho, to the bottle I go, to heal my heart and drown my woe. Rain may fall, the wind may blow, but there still be many miles to go. Harvesting and home without, and hobbits strong or hobbits stout. Not to fear, not to thin, for hobbits now have ale to drink. Hey ho, to the bottle I go, to heal my heart and drown my woe. Rain may fall, the wind may blow, but there still be many miles to go. The Shire lays right down to sleep, slumber long and slumber deep. Hush, ye hobbits, lass and lad, with faces close and faces glad. Hey ho, to the bottle I go, to heal my heart and drown my woe. Rain may fall, the wind may blow, but there still be many miles to go. A land of peace in a hobbit hole, and in a pouch a pipe we'd roll. Never falter, never fear, for the Shire will always be here. It's true.
Now I can leave.
Yes, now you can leave. Wait, Godric, can you get me a drink?
Oh, of course.
Well, that was amazing. Is that your last song, your
Yes, yes, it's the last one.
It is the very last one.
It
All
is
right.
the
Then,
very last one.
well, I suppose then we shall bid you adieu for the afternoon, and Godric too.
Thank you very
Yes.
much for having us.
Yes, thank you very much, Princess Lala.
It was wonderful, and I look forward to being able to kick up some heels in a few months when we shall
I
meet
hope so.
again.
Yes. If things should improve by then, you can see us at the Oregon Renaissance Fair, the Fairyblossom Festival, the Canterbury Renaissance Fair at Oberon's Traveling Tavern, and the Washington Midsummer Renaissance Fair.
That sounds amazing. You know, I really want to know what key you do Mary's wedding in so that I can learn it in that key and maybe play my flute along with you.
Oh, definitely. It's
We
in the
do it
key
in-
of G.
No, it's not. It's in D.
Oh, is it in D?
It's
Oh,
in D,
This is
yeah.
what I know.
All
I'll
right,
just play it.
key of D.
Key of D. Yes.
Very good then. I'm pretty sure the version I know is in key of G. So I will have to figure out different fingerings.
Yes.
Well, it'd be lovely to play.
Yes, it would. Thank you very much, and good afternoon.
Ah, yes. Count Morbid says, bid a dude.
Bids adieu.
All right.
Adieu.
All right, you figure that out.
All right. Wow, that was amazing. So that was Finn and Godric who were playing some minstrelly bardic tunes for us this afternoon. We have about 20 minutes before our homemade handmade home shopping begins. So now is a good time to get up and get yourself something to drink and get settled in for our parade of vendors. We have some really cool vendors that are going to be coming up in 10-minute segments where they will show you their wares, talk to you about their craft and what they make, where they are from, what fairs or festivals, all kinds of things. We will take a look at their stores, and you can go and shop with them, and in this way, of course, continue to support Handmade. And there is also even a special little surprise, but I'm not going to reveal it until the appropriate time, but there is a special little surprise that will go along with today's vendors. Now, because we have some time, and I suspected that would happen, I am prepared in our small interim, for those of you who are hanging out and watching, I have my really wonderful oracle cards that I love to do readings with. And so I thought that for a few minutes here anyway, I would go ahead and do some single card draws for those of you out there in the audience. And if you've ever watched before our show before, you have probably seen me do this, especially when I get some snail mail and I like to do unboxings and try out my new cards. So I have a couple of decks, and the way that I normally do this is if you would like me to draw a card for you, all you have to do is type the word card please into the chat. I feel like I'm still close to my mic right now. Let me see if I can adjust this a little. Okay. Yes, all you have to do is say card please in the chat, and I will draw a card for you in the order that I see your comments come through. Hello, Gunther, I see you out there. Ion, Count Morbid, yes. Hello to everybody. I saw some other folks too a while or earlier back in the show when Finn and Godric started playing, and I couldn't say anything because I was muted. So if you would like a card though, I have some, yes, Monica, okay, I would love to give you a card. I do have multiple decks though. Oof, I'm reaching for my other one here. Give me a second. So I've got my Flower Petals deck and my Divine Doors deck. And so let me know which one you would like. And I will go ahead and draw from that one for you. Those are the two we're going to work with today, are Flower Petals and Divine Doors. And we have 15 minutes before we bring in our very first vendor. So, okay, doesn't matter. So for Monica, okay, so we'll go ahead and go with the Flower Petal deck, and I'm just gonna give it a shuffle. So these are just, I really like these. I'm an Oracle card fan because I feel like they just always give you a little kernel of wisdom that you can apply to your day in whatever way it best suits you. It doesn't have to be a portent or anything like that. It's just, it is what it is, and you can take it or leave it however you want. 3. I like to do 3. 3 is a magic number. So here we go. Also cut it 3 times. Otherwise, it doesn't much matter how if you only cut it twice. And here we go. So I'm sorry that you can't actually see. Let me see if I can move this forward a little bit. Nope, that's the wrong direction. Here we go. I'm sorry you can't actually see my spread here quite so well, but I have to leave the camera where it's at because of the next upcoming segment. So here is your card, Monica. Ooh, pretty. It is lilac. Okay. And can you see that? It says, the future is sometimes lost in the wanderings of yesterday. There is your flower wisdom for the day. The future is sometimes lost in the wanderings of yesterday. Actually, it sounds like a really nice time of just lounging around and thinking about wonderful nostalgic thoughts. That's what that sounds like to me. You're, sitting around musing over old times with a good friend. So that's a nice card. Okay, so let's see. Who else would like a card? I saw. Okay, I see Ion, you would like a card and you would like doors. Okay, so I will also. Now this was a unique deck that it's pictures of beautiful different doors from around the world, and then each one of them has its own little thing on it. And I got this one because the first card that I picked out of it was a door from the Temple of the Sun in Machu Picchu. Actually, I don't know if it was the Temple of the Sun per se, because that would be a very exact place at Machu Picchu, but it was at Machu Picchu. And since I had been there, I thought, oh, it's like this deck is calling to me. So I got that. So, okay. This is the doors. Get a nice little spread there. And try not to look because I don't want to see the picture too soon. Okay, here is your door. And it kind of looks like a TARDIS, doesn't it? A little bit. You can see there's your door. And it says, secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories in sketches for others to find. It's a very fairy sounding. Whoop, let's have some focus there. Focus. Nope, not going to focus. I will read it again. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories in sketches for others to find. I sort of like that, right? Like just leave little drawings, make little drawings, and then just leave them someplace, right? Tuck them in between bricks, somewhere maybe in a door handle. It's actually the kind of thing that maybe will make people smile in particular in these times, if you will. So I see there are still quite a number of you out there. Would anybody else like a card drawing? I've got the 2 decks today, the Sacred Doors and the Flower Petals. Yes, it is interesting. If I may, what do you think? What do you think your cards say to you? What do they make you think of when you hear them? Oh, I'm curious to see what your interpretation is. I know it will take you a second to type an answer. But yes, if you would like a card, and I'm doing some fun card drawings, and if you want cats. Well, I have a cat right here, but she is sleeping. I'm sorry, Count Morbid. Would you like a card in lieu of cats? I do have a deck that is within reach. The cards are black. Would you like one of those? They are these ones, making a magic. So it's your little oracle based on symbols. Do you want the card, Count Morbid? I see you out there, because I don't know if you're going to get cats on demand. I mean, nobody gets cats on demand. Come on now. They do their own thing. See? Oh, is it just so terrible? Just fine. I guess if I have to. Everything is such a production. But, you know, I have to say that I find it so fascinating that Finn and Godric know so much about goblin ways, because that implies that they've been to the goblin markets. And, well, that's interesting. Now I'm curious myself. All right, you've had your 3 shuffles. Here we go, Count Morbid. This card's going to be for you. Dun, dun, dun. You got the triple spiral. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Joyfully. I'm just really trying to imagine you doing this joyfully, as if with glee. I'm not sure that that my brain can parse that image. Go fish. What does that mean? You want me to go fishing? No. Does that mean that you want another card? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to tell me to take a long walk off a short pier? What are you trying to say? I don't know. I don't know, Count Morbid. Am I going to have to report you to your queen? Well, all right. We can settle. You don't have to call me divine wisdom, but you do have to listen. Where are we at? 354. Okay, I see our very first vendor waiting in the wings, and rather excited, I confess. I don't want to bring in too early here. I'll go one more pass because I see there are still several of you out there. Is there anybody else who would like one more card drawing before I bring our first vendor in for the handmade home shopping? Very excited. And I do just want to give a shout out to the vendors who are participating in this. We have 12 awesome vendors today. Please go to their links are all in the low bar and in the description on both Facebook and YouTube. Check out their pages, check out their stores, go give them likes and follows if you will. So we've just had a lot of displacement due to C-19, and so we are using this wonderful world of technology to provide new platforms for everybody. Let us see what we have going here. Okay. So it is near that time. Is there anyone? Last call. Oh, okay. I see one out there. Jack, which deck would you like? Would you like flowers, doors, or symbols? Flowers, doors, or symbols? Oh, I have a nose itch. I think I have a cat fur. Ooh, a cat fur on my nose. There's your cat for you, Count Morbid. You would like symbols, okay. I have shuffled it. It's 3 times. Here we go. Here is your symbol. Ooh, you have one enchanted evening, the perfect night. Yep, there it is. Is it auspicious? Maybe it just means that dinner shall be excellent. Okay. Tasty food goodness. All right, it is 3:57, and I think that we can maybe go ahead. I will see. I see. Would anybody else like a card draw? We have 3 minutes. Anybody else? And if not, then we'll go ahead and I think start a little bit early. You miss sushi. Who is sushi? Why do you miss them? Ooh. Ooh. Here we are. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have like a fuzz that is tickling my nose. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. I am Fairy Princess Lolly here with you once again. And we are about to enter, after seeing a wonderful afternoon performance from Finn and Godric, we are about to enter our handmade home shopping. Our first vendor of the day is Auquabun Art, and I'm going to bring Auquabun in with us here now. Hello, Auquabun.
Hello. Thanks so much
Yay,
for having
welcome
me.
back. Yes, welcome back. You were just here on Wednesday. I'm excited to have you back again.
I'm excited to be back. Thanks for having me twice. I really appreciate it.
You are the brave one too, because you are the first vendor going first on our first run of our first showing of handmade home shopping. So you kind of, though, this is probably a good thing because you had your practice run, I guess, on Wednesday maybe.
There we go. Yeah, we can call it that. I'm cool with going first. I'm ready. I'm confident.
All right. So you have 10 minutes and I have your information lined up right here. I'm going to turn this on here for folks to see. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your art, if you will, and we'll go ahead and just take a peek at your Instagram and your Etsy store. So what is it that you do?
So I am a watercolor artist. I specialize in fantasy animal artwork. I've been drawing for basically my entire life, and I got into watercolor about 5 years ago. And when I first started getting into watercolor, I had pet bunnies, and I love mermaids. I've loved mermaids my whole life also, and I just kind of started putting the two together. 'Cause, if you view my artwork, you'll see I do a lot of bunnies and a lot of mermaid bunnies specifically. So that's kind of where the inspiration comes from that. And since then, I've kind of expanded, and now I do a variety of different fantasy animal hybrids. They are all my own original designs. I'm actually wearing one of my shirts right now. This is one of my designs. It is a fire-breathing dragon bunny. So yeah, watercolor is most of what I do, the kind of art that I do, the medium. I started dabbling a little bit into digital art. Right now I'm making a coloring book, and I'm using my iPad and Apple Pencil to make that right now. So that's kind of a new thing. But yeah, I always have been into mermaids a lot, especially fantasy my entire life. That's just something I've been very passionate about, and I've always loved drawing. And I love animals. So yeah, there's some information about me.
So tell us, where are you from here?
Sure. I'm from South Carolina in the USA.
All the way across the country. We're taking a look here at your Instagram for a second. I love it. Well, Instagram is such a good gallery of things. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned using an iPad for your digital. Sorry, I am very unversed in how that digital art thing works. Perhaps you could elaborate on that. So you have an electronic pencil that you draw with?
Yeah, so I was very excited because it was a Christmas gift. It was something that I wanted the most out of everything, and I'm so happy to get it and be able to work with it. So I don't have it on me right now to show you, but it's an iPad. It's the iPad Pro, and I draw with the Apple Pencil, and it's basically what you said. It's like a digital pencil that you use like Bluetooth to hook up with the iPad, and I just draw on the screen like normal, how you would draw on a piece of paper. And it is pretty crazy how much you can do with just the app and the pencil. I use is Procreate. It's really popular among digital artists. It's fantastic. There's a lot I can do with it. You not only can you make all kinds of paintings and drawings, but you can also it'll record the video, record you making your art, as well as you can make GIFs out of it. So it's a very, very versatile.
That is actually pretty cool. So I'm looking here at your Instagram, and it looks like you have all of these coloring book pages. Are these actually coloring book pages, or are they pieces that are works in progress?
So all the black and white images that you see on my Instagram, those are coloring pages. I currently already have a coloring book out. It's a mini one. It's mermaid bunny themed. It's the first one I did. But the ones that are more recent on my Instagram, the ones that are like really detailed and just black and white, those are pages I'm working on for my next coloring book, which is a bigger project. So that's why they're not colored in, is they're just going to be for the coloring book. And I did those on my iPad.
Here's the bunny that you're wearing but it's on a pillow instead. So this is your Etsy store, and this is where people can go and shop with you directly, which is etsy.com/shop. /shop is hard to say. /Auquabun. And there is your famous Auquabun what logo is that? What I'm looking to say?
Sure, it's
Oh, no.
it's my logo. It's my brand name.
Here it is. Brand name. That's what we're looking for. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was like, oh, do I have a blocker on that's stopping this? I hope not. I look at Etsy all the time. It's one of my favorite places to shop. So yes, so one of the exciting things that we are doing today, which I am very excited to. Well, let's see. How do I get back to where I was? Here we go. Close this. Okay, so I did not. Okay, I did not stop sharing. There we go. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, oh no, did I stop? One of the exciting things that we're doing today is, and Auquabun is participating in this, is if you shop with Auquabun for the next week and you enter the magic word, which is shamrock, and you can also see that going in the ticker below. Enter the magic word shamrock on your order at checkout, and you will receive a cool special, I don't know, something, trinket, gift, something to go along. It is a surprise. So that is something that we are doing for you guys at home to make it fun for you to go and check out this work. So don't forget to do that. Get your special gift. It is only available through this show, and you have 1 week to make good on that. Oh, is this a onesie for a baby?
It
That's
is
adorable.
I really want to
And
do more of clothing designs. I have a few up right now, but I'm definitely working on getting more up. And I also thought I would add in, along with the magic word that they are offering for the free gift right now, at least for my shop personally right now, due to the quarantine and everything, I have free shipping on everything until April 1st.
Oh, excellent. So 2 more days then for free shipping. Yes. Okay. 31 days. I had to count. And you know, the funny thing is that's not even a thing that you count on your fingers. It's a little rhyme that you say to yourself. So why I feel like I have to count, but yes. So 3 more days, today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. Oh, I barely can remember what day we're on. I saw somebody say recently that with the quarantine in place, all the days kind of are merging into
Blend together.
They do.
Yeah, I feel that.
Definitely. So let's see here. What do we have? What is your most popular product?
Well, first off, my most popular design is the one that I'm wearing, the dragon bunny. That is just like by far for sure the most popular. And then as far as products go, definitely the most popular are my stickers. Those, yeah, definitely.
So I learned recently from a friend of mine that there is apparently a sort of, how shall I put this, a sort of rogue sticker community where people make and design their own stickers. That's what these little guys are too. And I do love this one right here. And I know somebody who probably would love the ladybug one. But they're all quite unique in the way that when they stick their stickers in places like on stop signs or the backs of stop signs, and it's sort of a it's sort of a thing, like a community where, why are these not showing up? Show up for me.
That darn internet.
I know, right? Darn internet.
Yeah, sure. I actually think I know what you're talking. Well, I don't know. I'm not in the communities, or I don't know exactly, but I have seen like stickers, like you said, on back of stop signs or on like poles and things like that. And I've thought about just putting some of my stickers on places like that for exposure. I have definitely thought about that once I can be out and about again.
Well, she was telling me though that it's a whole thing where sort of like graffiti artists they recognize each other's work. And so I guess the whole thing is that, you know, these custom sticker makers really just have their own. It's sort of like tagging, I guess, you know, where you begin to recognize a particular artist by the sticker. And so even if it's not the artist themselves doing it, if it's just somebody buying their stickers or whatever, it's just kind of a thing to get the stickers and then stick them in cool places, all right?
I really need to get in on that.
I
I'm glad
know.
you talked about that.
I think it actually sounds really cool, you know, as long as you're not defacing somebody's property or
Sure.
something, you know, something to that effect, of course. But there are plenty of places, you know, you always see signs stuck to phone poles and things like that are just fine. I think that would be super cool. And so you also, in particular, you have the giveaway item going as well from this last week's interview. And the interview item was a 5x7 matted version of the goldfish mermaid bunny. Is that correct? That I'm remembering that correctly, right?
Yep, this is it actually.
Yes.
I have it with me right here.
Oh, here, let me cut back to you really quick. Oh, it is 4:10. It is almost time to bring our next artist in. Where are you? Right there. Okay. But here, hold that up one more time. I'm going to make you... Oh, no! I'm going to drop you from... There it is. Okay. I'm going to make you big. Yes. So if you go back to Wednesday's show, this is our giveaway item. You have to comment Bun Bun on YouTube on Wednesday's Fae News Network, and you will be entered to win this. All right, Auquabun, it is 4:11. It is time for us to bid adieu and bring our next vendor in. Thank you so much. And please go. Yes, remember, enter the magic word Shamrock if you decide you have 1 week to use that. And then that will get you your secret surprise. So with your order. All right, who do I have next? Uh-oh. I do not see my next person. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I see my next person. I see my next person who's commenting to me in the comments. Here, I shall let you go and be on your way. I will not keep you. Goodbye. Okay. I see you out there, Stormy, in my comments. This is not you, though, that I don't see in here. Are you having connectivity issues? Type your name in and push enter. To get into the backstage area. Oh dear. All right. So that gives us a small little window here, and let's see. Oh, you should have it in your email. And I do not have a way to send it to you at this time, but you should have it in your email where you can click and join. So I will go ahead and we're gonna wait here for Vault of the Fae, who is our next vendor, for Stormy the Fairy, and she is working to get in here very quickly so we can take a look at her stuff. I will go ahead and see, is there anybody out there who would like a card draw while we wait? First person to say card, please, gets a single card draw. And hopefully Stormy will be here when we're done. Anybody? There are 20 of you out there right now watching. I need one person to say card, please. You could pick flowers, doors, or symbols. Flowers, doors, or symbols. No, we have nobody. I'm so sad about that a little bit, you guys. I think that, oh, do I see you? I see her. Yes, she has made it. Oh, all right. I see Victoria and MA. Oh no, if we have this again, you guys will get your cards first. So let's see. And, oh no, she went away. You were just here. Where did you go, Stormy? I saw you. All right, we will do Victoria. Your card Victoria, do you have a preference? Flowers, doors, or symbols? Doors. All right, doors it is. Oh, there she is. She's back. Sort of back. Yes. Okay. We will add her in. Stormy, I see you.
Hi. Sorry, I'm not good with electronics. I'm a cat.
Yes, that's okay. I understand that sometimes electronics and the Fae do not mix well together. However, I am fortunate that I have a leprechaun here who has a particular penchant for studying these mundane things. So
Oh, you're
I have, right, yeah, right. So it has helped with the learning curve, if you will. So welcome, Stormy. All right, you have 5 minutes because you're a little late. So
I brought Titan along too.
Titan, hello, Titan.
Hello.
Is that your actual bun? Look at that,
Yes.
it's so adorable.
Got his wings on.
And wearing wings. I love it so much. that is the best. I have never seen such a thing. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi.
And what it is that you do.
I do a little bit of whatever I feel like. Some days it's painting, some days it's collecting galaxies and containing them in a jar, and that's actually going to be my next product line that I wanted to share with you guys.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Us Fae, we have weird ways of collecting magic, so I guess
that is true. Do you have anything that you have brought with you to show us today?
I do. So first off, I want to tell you a little bit about the vault. Basically, we were in search of magic in this modern day. It's very lacking, and we come to find out actually what happened in the past between the human and the Fae is they used to be really close, and they used to share their magic and their tools and everything, but I guess there was some conflict and the humans got greedy, so the Fae started collecting all their treasures and taking them back and putting them away in a vault. Well, me and my friends found that vault, and now we're returning magic back into the world. So
I love that story.
That's what the vault is about, and so I'll show you today. I will get into the galaxy jars next, because first I want to show you something that I think will help during this stressful time and all of us being home and just stressing out. These are called fairy calm down jars. They're not decorated yet because they're still in progress, but they're just something to shake and relax and breathe while you watch the magic float around in this jar.
It takes your brain off of whatever it was on and focuses on that.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then I have tiny ones for traveling. They are glass, so I'm going to put a little hoop on them so that you can connect them onto something so you don't drop them.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
And this is part of your new Galaxy line. And
Yes.
You as well are going to be participating in the magic word, correct?
I am. You can just say magic word because that works.
The magic word is shamrock.
Oh,
that is our magic word.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop over to your Etsy store really fast.
And then also we can show my Instagram. My Etsy's a little barren because we were getting ready to sell all this at a Renaissance festival that is no longer happening. So
yes.
Most of my product I sell in person. Etsy's just kind of I toss a few items up there, but they don't last long. Normally they end up getting taken in person faster than I can sell them online.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, I prefer to be more in person with people. If you want to show my Instagram, if you want to follow that one, that's how you'll find my updates on when I'm going to be posting all my new products.
Yes, I will. Give me just 1 second, and I will get that Instagram up there. So yes, so if you have 1 week to one week to purchase something and use the magic word. And oh dear, where is your Instagram on my list?
The Vault of the Fae.
No, it's a yes, I know what the name of the Instagram is.
Are you having technical difficulties?
I have to pick. No, I'm trying to find the thing that I'm looking for, difficulties. I just had it up here. Oh, maybe I didn't have it up here. Okay, give me a second. I do know what your Instagram is. So
I was wondering for the magic word, if I could actually postpone that week for the launch week of the Galaxies. That will be in the middle of April, I think it's the weekend of the 14th, I believe. So that first week of when I post the new product is when I'll do the magic word, because I want to give you guys, I don't have a lot of product up right now, so.
I would suppose, I guess, if people can remember that, although I would hope that if they do use it this week to buy, you will honor that.
To do a few things, of course, yeah. I just wanted to also offer it from launch when I actually have a lot of stuff up.
Okay, we will take a quick, because we are just slightly behind, but we will take a quick look at your Instagram. Here it is. Ta-da! Look at you, are so adorable.
Got lots of fairy friends.
Right. Is this one of your new products, this necklace here?
Yeah.
That we're looking at?
I actually have right here for, I don't know how well you can see it. There we go. So these are Galaxy Jar necklaces, which you can see in the post right there too.
Yes.
And then I know if you can see some of the enchanted forest that we had last year for the Renaissance Festival here in Las Vegas, called Age of Chivalry. We hopefully, if everything blows over by then, we will be able to do it again this year.
And there's my magic wand.
You won!
I always love to see my magic wand on your Instagram. So
it's that pink one.
It came in so handy.
So real quick, I know we're short on time.
All right, my lovely fairy.
These are the Galaxy jars.
Yes. Let me make you big. Okay, hold that close. Oh, that's pretty. Is it just an empty jar?
It is an empty jar filled with a nebula that I collected. The little planet inside is actually a rose quartz.
Wow.
That one's my personal favorite. And then I have different colors. I wish it would focus better, but there we go.
Well, those are beautiful, and I love it. Thank you so much for sharing and coming on today. And I just want to remind everybody at home, if you are shopping and buying from Vault of the Fae this week and the week of April the 14th, use the magic word Shamrock and you will get a surprise bonus gift with your purchase. Ooh, that one's pretty.
This one is hand painted.
I'm going to bid you adieu, and we shall move on to the next one.
Having me.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for waiting for me.
Yeah, we got it. All right, on to our next vendor. Please allow me to introduce to you. This is Megan, and Megan is with LegitSkin LLC. I've got that right?
Yes.
I was terrible if I introduced the wrong person with the wrong person with the wrong name. So
you got it.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. So Megan, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you will, and where you're from and what you do.
I am from New York, upstate, not the city. And I make soaps and skincare and lots of other goodies like clay masks and salt scrubs. I make beard balm for the guys and shampoo bars for hair and all kinds of stuff. I actually have
that sounds.
I have some of them here actually. To show
yes, let me make you big. Let's show off some of your stuff. And I confess, having the beard thing, the beard balms is a thing, but I personally love the face masks, so I'm hoping you maybe have a couple of those you could show.
That's what's in my hand right now. So they're actually, I'm going to brag about the packaging first because they're in compostable packaging. So when you empty them out and either throw them away or put them in your compost heap, you don't really have to feel bad about any plastic waste because there's usually a lot of plastic waste associated with the clay mask.
So can you just hold it up to the camera and still for a few seconds so we can see? Yes, there we go.
There's only 2 masks a package, but these are, you want to try a new one out. You want to try it out for the first time. They're really good for that. Or you want to, stacking stuff for your presents, blah, blah, whatever. These ones are the big ones. And these ones they've got like...
Those are the mud masks?
Yeah, these are both of them were the mud masks. These ones, you get like 1 or 2 masks in a package. And then these ones are the full-size ones. You get, depending on how big of a mask you do, you get maybe like 15 to 25. It really varies because like sometimes face, but like sometimes I'll do my face, the area, you do a little bit more. So it depends on how much you do. But these are really neat because unlike the ones you get in the store that are already mixed for you, there's no preservatives, there's no fillers, there's no scent fixatives, there's nothing like that because it's a dry powder, so I don't need any of that stuff. So you just add a little bit of water at home and you get a fresh mask every single time.
So what are some of your mask? I don't know what to call them. Flavor isn't correct.
Flavors.
You don't eat them.
So honestly, that's the word that I use. I'm describing a soap scent or like a different kind of something. I'll be like, I have a new flavor.
Okay, flavor it is.
My favorite one right here. This one's my favorite, and it's called Crystal Hippie because it has powdered amethyst in it. And a lot of people love that because of the crystal thing. I like it because amethyst has actually got an ionic charge to it, and what that does is it attracts clogs that are in your pores towards the mask, and it pulls them out of your skin, and then you wash them away.
So that sounds amazing, and now I kind of want to try it. What does it smell like?
The mud masks are actually not scented, and I did that on purpose so that people who have really sensitive skin don't have to worry about anything to irritate it. So there's really, like if you look in the ingredients, all it is clay. There's a dash of pink salt in this one because the salt helps with acne and it'll help with skin conditions. There's a little bit of grapefruit peel. A little oatmeal, mallow, and powder, and that's in it.
We are going to see if I can take a look here at your website. And so you too are participating. You're going to engage the magic word, and that is a reminder. I know. And
I was double checking, and I don't think there's a spot in the checkout for them to put the magic word. But there's a contact me form, and you can use that to send it to me, or contact me on Facebook, contact me on Instagram. Any way you can get a hold of me, just tell me Shamrock.
Okay, magic word is Shamrock, and yes, so. Will you go on for a little bit about the beard balms? I want to find these because I know I love the fact that beards are a fad now, and I'm like, we got to take care of the guys too. They need that. So
they have argan and hemp seed oil in them because both of those are very good both for and for skin. And the objective of the beard balm is really they're going to put it in. They really only need a little tiny bit unless they have a huge beard. But they put it in their beard. It's going to make it really nice and soft. What does
that help? The bean balm? Is that what it's called?
That is for your pets. So you have, how your pets have their little toe beans and they can get dry sometimes. And they won't get dry. It'll help, like especially in wintertime when there's a lot of salt on the road, when it's really wet outside, and you don't want like them stuck in puddles of gasoline. That kind of thing.
That's
is what
so nice.
The beard balms are under, if you go to Shop All at the top of the thing.
Shop All. Here we are.
Yeah. And then on the side, there should be a section for balms.
I'm looking. It's going slow.
I'm like pointing at my screen. I can, point you, but you can't even see what I'm pointing.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yep. Balms down there. Second. Yep. Right there.
Okay. Restraining your mane.
And summoning beard balm.
I love it. Like,
there's a few different scents, and then there's also an unscented one for the guys who on their face.
I like this. the Ultra Moisturizing Cocoa Butter, and what is Meadow Foam?
Meadow Foam is it's very moisturizing oil that's very, very good for the face because it's not pore clogging. It's not gonna. Oh, you got the lip balm.
Oh, oops.
And the lip balm is really
Well,
good
it said
too. I don't know. Like I saw you click on the beard balm and it brought up the lip balm. I don't know why.
I clicked on the beard balm link, and I don't know. I was just clicking around it.
Okay, but I mean,
I was doing my window shopping, right?
But yeah, the beard balm has it has the argan and the hemp seed, and what that's going to do is it's going to moisturize the skin underneath as well as the hair, which is going to encourage you to grow healthy, and you're not going to have as many issues with ingrown hairs or like acne in your beard or something like that.
Well, that actually sounds amazing. And oh, Count Morbid is telling me that I irritate his skin. Count Morbid is one of our dear friends. Right. That's what I guess I'll get him for his. I'll get him some coal, like some some coal scented, for Christmas, right? Because that's what he loves. So coal. All right. Well, it is 4:30, and so I would like to just remind everybody, please. Magic word is good with LegitSkin LLC. You are looking for wonderful facial things, and I think we may be here in the very near future. I'm trying to talk the gents into doing a mud mask with me. So,
oh my gosh, my brother does them. My brother does them. So the guys totally should be doing them. I'm just saying. And there's one called Fish Food and one called Oatmeal that are totally not girly, so they don't have to feel girly doing them either.
Fish Food and Oatmeal. And so yes, you may yet not, this may not yet be the end of us. So her link is down in the low bar again of either Facebook or YouTube. You can see a link to her store in the low bar, and please go and give her a like and check out her store and her delicious beard things and delicious face mask things, because I know some of you out there watching right now love a good face mask. So we will say adieu to you and wish you a good rest of the Sunday. Goodbye.
You too. Have a good day.
Okay. So our next vendor I shall be bringing in Kamala. Kamala. Do I have the wrong person? Oh dear. I skipped one. Uh-oh. Yes, I accidentally skipped one. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Angie, I don't actually see Angie in there. So I guess, well, here you are. I was going to say, oh no, I hope you Yay. I'm so sorry. I skipped a vendor on accident. So let me see here. Let's get this going for you. So Kamala, welcome to the show for the very first time you are joining us. I am. And I love Kamala. Your outfit. Oh, thank you. Kamala? Am I Kamala? Yes. Okay. Okay, and so oops. What? Oh my gosh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Yes, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I'm so sorry. Oh, there. That is the button I was looking for. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and where you're from. Home fairs, other such things.
I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado, soon to move to Illinois sometime in the next few months after the plague. We'll see, not sure. I've been in business for 34 years. I've been doing the Colorado Renaissance Festival and the Bristol Renaissance Fair for 30 years. I have over 500 oils, over 100 incenses, over 200 herbs. I do lotions, soaps, resin incense, spritzes, body powder, bath salts. I can't remember everything I do. I do a lot.
Indeed. Sorry, can you say that last bit again?
Oh, and I make it all, so I'm busy.
So where is Bristol located actually?
Bristol is in Kenosha, Wisconsin, right on the border of Illinois and Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's basically the Chicago Fair.
Well, that is a huge fair. So I would imagine that, yeah, yes. So I've definitely heard of it, but I have not really I've not been to many fairs in the Midwest, just kind of on the coasts. So myself, so that's why I ask. So how is it that you got into doing this? And I think I'm gonna maybe while you're chatting at us, just take a look at your store if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do that.
I collected soap slivers in a hideout underneath the stairs. And I have just always been fascinated by scent. It's what I do. It's how I think. I think in scent. I really do. I make scents for all sorts of crazy things like Middle Eastern drum rhythms and Doctor Who and the Norse worlds and all sorts of things. You name it, I make a scent for it. And
I love that.
And, you know, I grew up in Denver. I went to Harvard, and after Harvard, I was supposed to be a diplomat, but I sort of got turned off by that and started my own business. And here I am, 34 years later.
That's quite a divergence in
it's a long trip, yes.
Lavender spritz.
Spritz, yes.
I love that. So this is just a home spray that we have here. We have an essential oil diffuser, Heart's Ease Simple Soap. What is this?
My soaps, I call them simple soaps because the recipe is simple. I do not color them with anything. They're scented with essential oils only. They're totally natural, no animal products, just simple. They're really, really good for your skin. I have about 16 different kinds of them. One of my favorite is the Sublime Sandalwood soap. I love it. It's made with real sandalwood, which is extremely expensive. So it's a bit more expensive than the other soaps. The soaps, I'm using them all the time right now, every 20 minutes, yes.
Oh, right? The soap industry has suddenly become super lucrative. What is in a snozberry? I'm looking at looking at the
we are the
names
dreamers of the dream, and we are the music makers. Snozberry smells like a fruit salad. There's a lot of strawberry, some apple. There's a whole lot of fruits in it and a little bit of musk. So it's just it smells like an explosion of fruit. That's really what it smells like.
It smells like I would want to put it in my mouth, which is probably terrible advice. Do not put that in your mouth.
Don't do that. No.
And how about Greenwich? What is in Greenwich? Greenwich? Am I saying it wrong?
No, it's Greenwich. Greenwich is actually my tribute to the character Claire from Outlander. And so Claire from Outlander, the book and the series, the books and the series. And Claire, the time-traveling World War II nurse who's also a very skilled herbalist. So there's a ton of herbs in Greenwich. But at the beginning of the books, there are 8 books of Outlander. The first one, she puts on a designer perfume from the 20s. And so some of the elements of that are in Greenwich as well. So it's like lots of herbs and vanilla and rose. It's an extremely complex scent. It's one of the most complex scents I make, actually. But it's fascinating. It's a fascinating scent.
So speaking of making fragrances for everything, does that mean that you are wearing a fragrance especially for today's show that you have on right now?
Of course, of course. I wouldn't be a fairy without my Fairy Queen. And Fairy Queen was the very first scent I ever made. I made it my senior year at Harvard. And it was my signature scent for a really long time. I don't wear it much anymore, but today, since I'm being a fairy, I'm wearing Fairy Queen.
So what is in that fragrance? What are the notes of that?
Major notes in Fairy Queen are jasmine and almond, bitter almond.
Ooh, that
Bitter
sounds
almond
good.
smells like almond liqueur. It's very sweet, incredibly sweet.
I tend to like sweet myself. Some people are shoe people and some people are clothing people, and I am a perfume person too. I love smells and fragrances and all of that good stuff. So that is definitely a thing that we can connect on there.
Right.
So you two are participating you are engaging the magic word. And for viewers at home that may have just been joining us, if you shop and buy with Kamala, did I say that right this time?
You did. Kamala.
Okay. Yes. Kamala, if you shop and buy with her this week and use the magic word at checkout, which is shamrock, the magic word is shamrock, then you will receive your special little bonus gift, whatever she chooses for that to be, with your order when it arrives. So and each vendor
is I have body glitter known as sparklies. And the sparklies.
Well, hold on. Let me make you big here really quick. Let's see this.
Yeah, these are sparklies. They're body glitter. It's very fine glitter. It's great. And it will just stick to your skin without you doing anything. You just put it on. I recommend a makeup brush. Sparklies come in all sorts of different colors. So the color you get is up to me. I have lots and lots of colors. Like I said, there's purple and green and blue and black and red and salmon and gold and silver, you name it. I have all colors of sparklies.
Well, there it is then, I guess. Okay.
But yeah, well, buy anything off my site and you get a free vial of sparklies.
That sounds amazing. Please go check out her store. Links are all in the low bar. Give the likes and the loves and share it around. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Yes, absolutely. Okay. We are moving on to our next, there we go. Moving on to our next vendor. So I still think I missed one vendor, and so we've actually kind of all bumped up a few minutes. Let me just check and make sure. Is it okay if we do this? Are you good to go? I think that's you, Makavu. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. We will bring you in early then. So I don't want to surprise anybody like ahead of time. So let's see here.
Just been sitting here waiting.
Just been sitting here waiting. Here you are. Yes, I know. I saw you back there. You were here for the performance and everything. Look at all of your stuff. Like, you are literally a walking advertisement for yourself.
That's right.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from and your home fairs, what you do. Give us the goods.
All right. So I'm a leather crafter primarily these days. I do a lot of other crafts as well. I've moved into laser engraving and I do a bit of blacksmithing. Pretty much just an all-around artist. If it's Renaissance or crafty, I try to get my hands on it. For the past 2.5 years, I've been working with the Texas Renaissance Festival and the Sherwood Forest Festival up in North Texas. And there's a couple of different shops that vend my wares in those shops.
Oh, okay.
So that's really what got me a real limelight in the public, other than just doing online sales. I mainly do Facebook sales via my Facebook business page there. And it's word of mouth. I keep a lot of clientele going with all of their customs. People keep coming back to me for what they want. And I just really push a lot of the online stuff with Facebook. I've been doing leather work for about 5.5 years. and I found really found my niche with it, and I guess I jumped up really fast in the entire leatherworking community, and I love what I do.
Well, if it's what calls to you, right? Then run with the ball. So
So
you're wearing, it looks like many things that you yourself have made. Is that correct?
Oh yes. Oh
Yes.
yes.
So can you maybe show us some of that? Like just take it and hold it close to the camera, but you must hold it still. Give your camera a second to, there we go. Oh, that's amazing. How did you even get it looks like the leather is imprinted or sculpted?
Yes. It's called embossing, but it's called tooling. In leatherwork, it's called tooling.
That is awesome. And do you do this on all of your stuff?
Well, on special orders, there's different levels of leatherwork that can be done. You have your basic cutout and rivet or stitch together products. So these gloves here, basically I just cut the shapes out and attach them together. And this is a soft leather. And then you have more complex things where they're what's called vegetable tanned leather. It's a particular type of leather. It holds molding and shaping and tooling really well, such as this. This holds its shape by itself by water molding it. And I start with basically plain leather. So here's a piece here. And I'll trace my design, or I'll hand draw a design on the skin side of it here. And then after I do that, I'll take what's called a swivel knife, and I'll actually carve the designs into the leather. And then I use a bunch of different tools, stamps and things. Here's a leaf stamp. You see that? And these will actually leave different designs imprinted in the leather. And there's others that I use to actually carve along and emboss the edges. And I'll bevel the edges and make the design pop out or sink in, depending on what the effect is that I'm looking to get. So I'll start with something like this, and the finished product is this is actually a shoe wing. It's my latest product line.
Oh, I was gonna say. It looks like a dragon wing. So
it is.
That goes
right.
So that goes. You put that on top of your shoe where the shoelace would. Yes, and then you lace through it. Those are super cute. Well, I mean, I don't know. Cute might not be the right word. In my mind, well, they're dragony, so maybe more like words that I probably cannot say live on YouTube, like it's just bad.
For sure. So that's how this starts out as. It just starts off as plain leather, and I do all that work to turn it into what it is.
Those look great. It makes me want to have fairy wings to put on my boots.
I just got an order for these purple ones just the other day. Someone had the idea for them. And I think there's like a sewing pattern or something that people make these with, but I figured heavier duty, better done in leather. And so I'm going to start rocking these out for a product line. And I can do fairy wings. I can do dragon wings, bat wings, probably dragonfly wings, whatever kind of angel wings, Hermes wings, whatever type of wings you want on your shoes or boots. I'm actually thinking about doing a strap system so that I can put them onto shoes that don't have laces. So that's something for the future.
Sorry, say that again about shoes that don't have laces.
I'm going to be making a strap system that goes, instead of having the grommets here, so you'll have a strap that comes around and wraps around your shoe or boot. That way you can attach them if you don't have laces.
Well, that's extra awesome. I don't think I've ever even seen such a thing. So let's take a look, if we can, here really quick at your Facebook. And so you two are also participating with our little fun magic word. So here we are going to share. Yes. So this is your Facebook page. And here, yes, and here are some of your boot wings. So this is a very long name. Will you tell me what your name means? Well,
all right. So the name I use on Facebook is Mokavu. It's Mokavu Asmodeus Dramas. And I used to do live action role play, and the name kind of transferred into the fair company that I keep now. So my actual real name is Aragorn from the Lord of the Rings. My father was in the Lord of the Rings back in the 60s and named me from the books. So that's kind of what
your actual name. That's amazing.
My actual name is Aragorn. Facebook would not allow me to use it because they said it was a fantasy name, and so I just kept my actual fantasy game name on Facebook, and it just kind of stuck. So
that would be very frustrating. I'm trying to get this to enlargen, but Facebook doesn't seem to want to let me click those pictures. So, boo hiss. Why is it doing that? It's thinking. My goodness. Stop thinking, Facebook. Stop thinking. Just open. What is this that I'm looking at? This purple.
That's a multi-tool case that I did for a client a while back, but I think that's actually in one of the product videos, and it's going to try to load and scroll through that video. It's probably best if you go to photos and mobile uploads, or just go to posts and then scroll.
I can't. I can try. Let's try this. There we go. And now it's thinking again, but at least it's thinking about posts as opposed to videos. So we'll see if it'll let me go. I don't know. Internet seems to be taking its time today. I've just been, well, I know that we had warnings through StreamYard, which is the service that we use to do the shows, and apparently they have given us warnings that Facebook and YouTube both are radically overwhelmed with people doing, streams and just videos from home, and because watching things. Yeah. So that actually makes quite a lot of sense.
Yeah, we have a great fair community. Everybody on every group that I'm a member of is really trying their best to put a lot of virtual content out there. I mean, there's just nothing like the fair community, nothing at all.
No, and I will confess. So I'm sharing it just back a little bit here because I don't want to leave people at home just looking at a blank screen while Facebook is thinking about whatever it's thinking about. But I'm really excited, actually. I hope that one of the changes that we see that will positively affect the Ren Fair and Festival community is just that it will help get some folks who are resistant to coming into the modern age a little less resistant. So and get them online, but also that it will this sort of splash of handcrafters out there, it's going to make that a bigger market segment, with regular shoppers. So, excuse me, I've been talking for days.
I really hope it does move into that. A lot of folks don't understand what goes into the homemade and the handcrafted skill sets and custom made items. We're in a Walmart and Amazon and Wish type of mentality. And so folks don't really get the handcrafted quality unless they do attend these shows and these fairs where they get to see it firsthand and kind of get an inside view of what it takes to do what we do as crafters.
Well, hey, and on the bright side right now, I mean, I don't know about everybody else's experience in ordering things from the land of Amazon, but recently I tried to order a couple of things. Gloves was one of them, because when I'm not here being on a live stream or doing something on the channel, I go out and play food fairy and deliver people's food for them to just make sure that we do not find ourselves in a weird, so I was trying to buy gloves and a book. We had an author reads just a couple days ago, and I tried to buy that author's book before she came on the show. I had a 1 month delivery time. And while that, I was like, man, 1 month, wow, that's going to take forever. But then I had the brilliant revelation that, but that means that my Etsy store officially delivers things faster than Amazon right now. The only thing I am not faster than is Jimmy John's. That's amazing. Yes. So that means all of our handmade, handcrafted vendors out there, you guys are all faster than Amazon right now. And that is amazing. Right?
I currently have a 2 to 3 week turnaround time for custom pieces. So even with handcrafting an item, I can get it out faster than Amazon does.
That is exactly right. And people should be taking advantage of that. So what do you think is the most awesome custom thing you have ever made?
Oh, wow. That's kind of hard to say because I love it all. I've done a few full suits of leather armor head to toe. Normally when I'm working on a custom suit, I do it for myself just to show off the product. And I make a few other pieces. The market is touchy when you go with full suits. It's a long process to go from raw leather to covering somebody in a full suit of articulated armor that's going to suit their style. A lot of times I sell smaller pieces and custom pieces, and I don't keep a lot of stock. So I'm currently working on the plague masks. They're really popular right now. This is a piece that I'm working on.
Here, wait, let me make you big.
Sure, go ahead.
I know many somebodies.
So this isn't even completely done yet. I don't even have the bottom on here yet, but I'm working on it. And this is some pretty thick leather. This is a lot better than what you're going to get off of Wish or Amazon or eBay. Some pretty thick leather. I think I'm
amazed that Wish even sells a plague mask, but that's amazing. So what are these? It looks like you've drawn on it. Is this going to be
actually laser engraved? So I'll take the raw leather like you seen earlier, and I paint it. This is all hand painted with an acrylic leather paint, and then I put it in my laser engraver, like a big sheet of leather before I even cut out the shape of it, and then I'll carve the design into it with my laser engraver. And that's just a kind of a cheaper option than having something hand tooled in if you want a custom hand tool design. So basically, you can get any kind of design you want on your leather without having to pay for that extra 4 to 5 hours of hand tooling and hand marking the leather.
So now you don't have an actual store. So we're coming in here on 5 o'clock. So you don't have an actual store, but you take your orders through the Facebook page that we briefly were looking at, and which it should be going here in that scroll. Our scrolling ticker there. Also, links to your Facebook page are in the low bar and in the description. In the description as well for those at home. And so people should contact you there in order to make their orders and check out what it is that and they should feel free. I take it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they should feel free to contact you if there's something in particular that they're looking to have made, but maybe don't see. Yeah.
That's
okay.
Right. I can make pretty much anything out of leather. So just shoot me a message. You can send it on my personal profile if you see me posting on that business page, or you can send me a message on that business page link, and I'll get to you with any one of them with your custom order.
Okay. Well, then I thank you for coming on the show today. That was awesome. And remember, you guys have 1 week. If you order within the next week and use the magic word shamrock, yes, then Mokavu will give you some kind of cool special thing that, ooh, what is this? Is this an example of what you may get? A medallion?
I do the laser engraving, and I have mug charms and pendants and necklaces and keychains. And so there's all sorts of little goodies that I can throw in to just add that little special treat.
right? Get that little treat. Leave it as a surprise, right? So, okay. Thank you so much for coming on, and I hope you have an awesome afternoon. Thank you for sharing. I love that mug cover, by the way. That is awesome. Yes, keeps the bugs out. And you have a pirate hat. What? Oh my
I do my
gosh.
miniature pirate tricorns. Yes, I do.
That is wonderful. All right. Everybody will absolutely know which mug is yours at the tavern.
That's right. Mug charms. Got to get your mug charms.
Oh, I know somebody who would love that. Okay. I must say goodbye and quit looking at all the shiny things, which is difficult to
Love
do.
you on Facebook, guys. Have a great night.
Yeah. All right. So moving on then. So I hope you guys are really having a good time out there watching and just seeing all the amazing things that our handcrafted vendors are making. Thank you everybody who has tuned in and watched. Hit the like and subscribe button. Check out their stores. And we will go ahead, and our next vendor is Runnin Rabbit Creations. And Jessica, let me find you here. I see you.
Hello.
There you are. Hello.
Hi.
So, you Runnin Rabbit Creations. Now, tell us, please, a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, what your fairs are, what you make. And if you do have things to show us, please feel free to have those things. If you hold them to the camera, just make sure you close and pause so that your camera can have time to focus on it. So,
awesome. Thank you. My name is Jessica. I am the purveyor of all fine feathered things at Runnin Rabbit Creations. Most often seen at, I'm part of Kevin W. Smith Arms and Armor out at the Coronaburg Renaissance Old World Festival. I always get that wrong. And then most recently, I've been guest vending at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair. That's Southern, for those in Southern California. I'm based out of Los Angeles, so those are my two closest festivals. I am best known for my dagger fans and now my dagger hat pins.
Dagger fans and hat pins. And why are they called dagger fans?
So I don't have one of my dagger fans handy. I should have done that before I came on. But for the dagger hat pins, it's because they literally have a dagger in the hat pin.
Okay. Where does that go? Oh, into that, it's like a leather sheath.
Yeah. So these are all completely custom made, fully full leather sheets. And they have this giant safety pin / kilt pin on the back. And that way they can go on your hat. They could go on a bag. They could go on, if you wanted one to be clipped onto your clothing, you could do it.
That is amazing. I have never seen such a thing. And I should just like to say to any of my personal court that is out there watching, I mean, what a magnificent gift that would be for me, sharp, pointy things.
So that I don't have the dagger implements on my Etsy page because different places have rules about the weapons. So I have to double check with everybody before they would buy one of those to make sure that I can even ship to them, because different places have rules about blades. Massachusetts, for example, I cannot ship a blade or a knife to Massachusetts. Their rules, not mine.
Wow. So you don't list any of those things.
Yeah, you just have to. That's why I don't put them on the Etsy page, because I don't want to sell something to somebody who can't have it. But what
and then have to tell them after the fact, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
But if somebody wants to contact me through my Etsy store and ask about them, I can certainly work with them that way. And what I also have that is on the Etsy page are these, which are my feathered dusties. Trying to figure out which direction to go.
Yeah,
This
I
one-
do it all the time, and I do this all the time, and I still get it confused.
Well, I'm new to this, so,
So what are these?
it'll be a little bit different. So this one has a skull on it, and I call it my Death's Head Dusty.
And what do you do with them?
Whatever you want. Tickle people, torment cats, torment people.
They would torment my cats, that is for certain. I have one cat that is very much, all the feathers are something she thinks that she has caught a bird. So
I have to keep my cats out of my crafting area or they would think the same thing. I also do, you can see I have one of my feathered hair clips in.
okay, let's see here real quick. Oh, yes. Oh, I love those. I wear things like that all the time. I am going to, let's go take a look at your Etsy store, shall we?
Okay. Stick pins as well. Directioning is not my thing today.
Okay. So these are right here on the first row. These are the clips that you were just showing us, but several.
Yeah, the one that's in my
Several
hair
different
is actually
styles.
the one that is second row down and I think all the way over to the right.
Here. This Island Dreams feathered hair clip.
Yep.
And what are these? What is this thing? A tiny peacock and parrot feather.
Feather smudging fan.
Oh,
Just something to let the little kids play with a fan, or if you don't, a lot of times we have
there we go.
so many things on our belts at the fair
Yes.
that, you know, maybe you don't have space for a big fan.
That is so much truth. And that is cool. I love this little fan idea. Fans are definitely something I wear on my belts all the time. So that's extra awesome. Bottle cap mini pincushion. What do we have? Hand fans, feather dusties, seeds. What are seeds?
Seeds are actually,
Come back here.
I have a bunch of milkweed plants. And so I actually collect the seeds and put those as cheaply as
Oh.
possible so that we can try and help save the monarch butterflies.
How do monarchs particularly like milkweed? Is that their thing?
That is one of the main foods for the monarch caterpillars.
I did not know that. I have learned something that is particularly special. I have a pair of earrings that are made from milkweed, like the cocoon things, the seed pods, I guess, that the Wish Fairy made for me. And but I didn't realize that those were a butterfly plant. So that kind of makes them a little extra special. That's
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
And so here we are looking at costume accessories. Ooh, feather boas. It's what they look like. Yes, they are feather boas. Okay.
Yes, they
I
are.
thought, did I get that wrong?
No, they are feather boas.
Okay. Everybody loves some fluffy feather boas. Let's see. I want to look at some of these stick pins. These are lovely. Now these are the things that go into your hat, right?
Yes. And
Or
so,
that you use to pin your hat onto your head. Oh, ooh, that one's pretty. Okay, I like the pink ones, but
well,
that's probably, mostly me.
I can show you what a pink one would look like with a hat. If I superimpose
Ooh,
the
let's
blue one
see.
that I have on the hat.
Okay, 1 second. I'm going to make you big.
So pay no attention to the blue behind
have-
blue behind the pink here, because I haven't actually stabbed it into the hat. But it basically goes.
No, I really like these. I actually don't have a hat to wear pins on, but I know plenty of people who do. And so can you hold the part up where it, like, with the blue one, I want to see how they actually clip into a hat. This, where does all of that go? I guess is my question, because I don't wear the hats. I'm not.
So most of the time, and I had this one more for display, which is why it's got this long piece sticking through. But normally when you did these on your hat, they would go at a slightly larger angle. And of course, this hat has decided it's not going to cooperate with me right now. But there. So that would be more the normal way of doing it. So the pin goes through to the brim. Oh, there we go. So the light actually shows on it. And so, yeah. But if you had like a top hat, they could go straight up and down because you'd have that amount of space.
That makes perfect sense. Okay. Well, so you two are participating in our magic word. Magic word is shamrock. So if you're looking for your next hat pin or fan, then Runnin Rabbit Creations. And who also, will you repeat one more time, who do you vend with at fairs? You said
Kevin W. Smith Arms and Armor is my my main location at Coronaburg.
Okay, and that's where people could find you. Not at the Pleasure Fair this year because unfortunately they had to cancel. But when is the other one? It's not canceled, is it?
Coronaburg is still planning to go, and they are from starting Memorial Day weekend as of right now.
Oh, okay.
So we're hoping that still goes.
That, and yes,
kind of close.
So I think everybody feels like that, right? Yeah, it's just everything is so uncertain, and that does not help anybody. But yes, please use the magic word. By all means.
If people do use the magic word, I also ask if they can leave a comment with their purchase to telling me their favorite color.
A comment with their purchase. Okay, so if you are going to shop with Runnin Rabbit, use the magic word here in the next week. Use the magic word, which is shamrock, to get your special gift that is going to go with your order. And also, please leave her your favorite color. Let her know what your favorite color is in your checkout comments. So, and again, links for her shop are in the low bar and the description on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you happen to be watching from home. Anyway. Thank you so much for joining us and coming on the show, showing us your wonderful feathery things. Hey, you are welcome. I'm really glad to be doing this. So, and I'm glad to have enthusiastic vendors to be showing off to everybody. So I don't know. I think like everyone here, it's our passion. So, you know, it's easy to be excited about, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Happy Sunday to you.
Have a good one.
Yes. Okay, so our next vendor, that was Runnin Rabbit Creations that we watched with all of the awesome feather work, which I really love that little handheld, the little mini fan, because I do also get many things that go on my belts, and fan is almost always one of them. It gets hot out there. So let's go on then, moving on, as I guess as soon as this makes up its mind and wants to show me, to Mermaid Accessories with Magda Fox. Magda, I hope I'm saying that right. Do I see you? Do I see you there? I don't see you in my, I don't think I see you in my, oh no, this is you, Crystal Headbands. Yes, is this you? Yes, okay, like yes. Okay. Sorry about that. I was looking for your name and not for the crystal headbands, but that is you.
I'm sorry. I'm streaming through StreamYard. So I'm doing lives through StreamYard, so that remained on.
Okay. So this is you, though, crystalheadbands.com. And welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You are most welcome. So please tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from and your fairs and what you do.
Well, we are from the Florida Panhandle near Pensacola. and my husband and I make the gorgeous adjustable headbands, which are this much adjustable.
So allow me to
They're this much adjustable.
expand you here to, whoa. That was
I know after a
very
lifetime
bendy.
of pain, it's very hard to tell somebody that headbands can be comfortable. But I'm a nurse by training. I had to wear headbands at work. You can have nothing hanging in your face. And I'm wearing glasses since 10th grade for distance in the same time. So it kind of killed me wearing plastic headbands. My dad came up
it looks like
years ago with the metal part, and I do the embellishments.
So it looks like you're wearing one of them as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you hold? Oh, it's beautiful. Like what I can see of it. I'm like, I'm not going to ask you to put your head near the camera, but
no,
the headband that you were just.
This is our.
Yes.
Like this. This is our.
No. Hold it close and rotate it very slowly. There we go.
This is our peacock headband. It's with Bohemian crystals. And for the time on our website is the most expensive headband. The nice part with our headbands is that you can wear them to rent fairs, or you can wear them just every day with a pair of jeans out and about in the town, or to a wedding. We do have different price ranges, obviously. As I showed you the Mermaid before, being Mermaid Accessories and from Florida.
It's a very fitting thing from Florida.
But then we do have who don't like critters, iridescent crystal, Austrian crystal beads as well, which depending how the light hits them, shine in different way, different colors.
I definitely love some shinies. That is for certain.
Stars in your hair. So as I said, all our headbands are adjustable, and under every product on our website, I do have 2 short movies which actually shows how to adjust the headband if it needs adjustment and how to take care of the headband. Plus, we have a lot of short video tutorials on our Facebook page.
So it looks like they maybe have these little rubber things on the end of them. Is that to help them?
On them? Yes. That has 2 purposes.
And that helps us.
It cushions behind your ears, and it kind of helps hold it in place as well, since the silicone kind of gets on your skin and stays there.
Yeah, I know so I have a few headbands that I wear, and I run into with right behind my ears is where after a while it will sort of start to give me a headache because they squeeze it so tight.
Right. Well, let me show you something. Talking about squeezing tight. I have my show and tell over here, if you can make me large. And that will explain as well whether do your headbands fit my child. Our headbands are age appropriate for anybody and fit, I would say, anybody in between 3 and 100 and whatever. And I'm not talking younger than 3 because they usually don't like nothing on their heads. But if like with the plastic headbands, you wear them for some time and it starts pinching behind your ears, all you have to do at the first sight of discomfort, take it off, grab it in the center, and gently work it out on both sides, and you see it's wider. You adjust it to your size, and that's where it stays. If you so happen to have young children, or it's for a young child who is like, oh my God, what did I get and what I can do with it? And it ends up being this loose, grab it at the end, evenly pull it back in on both sides, and it regains its size.
Wow.
That's why
that is very versatile.
And if you look through our Facebook page reviews and people who use them and like them, many of them have fallen asleep with them, me included. I wear a headband, especially now that we are on so-called lockdown, obviously my hair won't be short as it is now. I wear a headband. I have to wear something to hold it back.
Yeah, no, I do not like to have my hair in my face, and I always wish I could wear more headbands because it just allows you to do. That's why I have these braids. These braids are actually my front hair, my bangs,
Right.
because these are not like, you know. So I'm. It's nice to see like headbands is something where they either slip off my head because they're too loose, or they give me a headache behind my ears. So I might have to try out some of your sparkle. I love what I see in your hair so much. So all of your beautiful sparkles that you have. And so you are participating in the magic word today. So customers who order through your online store or maybe through Facebook with you,
right,
can tell you the magic word, Shamrock.
Yes, they can. We do have a coupon place, and I guess they can put it in over there. It won't cost nothing as long as I have it in the coupon place, or just contact me and email me the magic word.
Okay.
And we do have a lot of turtle headbands, different price ranges of turtle headbands. I mean, especially here in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on the show very much and sharing your beautiful things with us. I know plenty of mermaids as well who may be very interested in sparkly good things. So I had the good fortune to meet a lovely mermaid pod at the Las Vegas Ren Fair last year who were from Colorado or Utah. It's terrible of me to say, but I sometimes get them mixed up on the human map. But nobody can forget Florida. You're a panhandle.
Well, we are the small part of Florida, which is Central Time, so it's kind of forgotten by everybody. Closest to Alabama than anything.
Oh, wow. Well, alrighty then. Thank you so much for joining us. And everybody, remember, links in the low bar, and give the likes and check out her store. And we have a good Sunday. I shall bid you adieu.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you for letting us in your living room and spending time with us.
Yeah, 100%. All right. That was the crystal headbands and mermaid accessories. And so we will go ahead, Magda Fox, and from Florida. Moving on to our next vendor is Horny Things, and I don't want to say this name wrong, but I fear that I may. So let me bring you into the channel here. Is it Sophia?
It is Sophia.
Okay, I'm saying it correctly. That is good. So welcome, Sophia, to Fae Productions. We are super glad to have you here this afternoon. And please tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you make.
Alrighty, well, I'm Horny Things. I've been part of Ren Fairs for over 20 years. I started as a performer, belly dancer, and so on. So I make costumes. So like the piece you see behind me, I made. I also doing horns, been doing horns for the past 7 years. And I make things like the top of my head, which are all actual kudu tips. I actually make also the horns here and the leather lids and the tails that go with it. Let's see. We also make other headdresses such like this. These are all horn. There's no resin. They're not plastic. But I also do make resin headbands out of horn as well.
That is awesome.
And
yes, so bring these close and then hold them still or rotate very slowly so that we can have I'm kind of like, go back and show us some of that. Look at that little mask and everything that's on there. That is awesome. Ooh, our fairy queen might like some horns like that.
The mask piece, because I am a twofer person, I like things that are multiple use, actually comes off. So you can keep your horns on or just use your hairpiece.
That is excellent. So how does, I'm going to hide your banner here real quick, but can you show me how that clips on there?
Absolutely. So if you're looking at it from back here, there is a little tiny clip. Hold on one sec. Technical. Here we go. There's the clip. Right there.
Yes. Okay. And it just goes bloop, right on over
And
there.
it'll clip
And
right on here. So you have your finished little hairpiece.
it is so fancy. I love it.
So these horns here are made out of resin, and I made the mold from the actual pair of horns. So you can see they're slightly different on the very tips. So I
sort of like an antelope or something.
Yes, actually. And I take each one of the molds, make the mold for it of the horns, and then make the resin ones so they're a little lighter and a little bit more fun. I make these in all different colors. I also make them with glitter. And right now I'm working on making them with lights inside.
Okay, lights sound amazing and like a thing that I clearly must have going forward. I don't wear horns myself, but if you can put lights on horns, you can probably put lights on a great many other things as well.
Actually, yes. I like to make things to go a little bit different. So this is one of my other creations. See, I can't do anything a little bit boring. This is actually one of my bling lines with the actual leather mugs. And
it is bedazzled. Yes.
It is. And it's bedazzled on the back. And then I have resin pieces that actually screw onto the top, and they're removable as well. And I don't have any with me at the moment because they're all sold. Thank goodness. But you can see here on the bottom is a light.
What? Okay, wait. Oh, I have to. I'm just gonna hide. Okay. And so that light
is on your lid. That goes on top of your mug, because for some of us, when you're at fair, what is it? It's dark at night, and you now have a light to the privy.
That is amazing. And so, that is a thing that I should have.
It's a thing I should have.
That's my troll in the background. Yeah, right. He's looking at these horny mugs, and he believes that this is clearly something he should have.
That's right.
Absolutely. All our horns are coated with food grade resin, so they're safe for hot or cold. We've had everything from absinthe to Zima in them. We've had root beer floats, soda, as well as soup. When you're going to fair first thing in the morning, right? You got your Starbucks coffee, Wawa coffee, whatever it may be, and you have to dump your cup because you're going into fair. Not with my stuff. I dump the cup right into my mug.
That's not a thing.
So if you like,
let's see if I can take a look at your Facebook page.
Here's a spider.
Let's see.
On my Facebook page has pictures of a lot of things that I've done in the past. Because everything is so individual, it's hard to post everything.
Not cooperating with me very much this afternoon.
It won't. I'm working on building a Facebook page. I'm technically a dinosaur, but I'm doing the best I can. One of the other things that people recommend there is one of my corsets. That is the mug corset, brand new line. That was the promo there of the mug corset.
Okay, I was like, a corset, a mug corset. There we are. Corset. Okay. Whoa.
Well, when you have your drinking horn or your drinking mug, which is actually more period correct, is cups. You need a way to attach it. If not, you're hanging it by its handle all the time, and the handles break. So I created a corset.
Yes.
And in the back of the corset, there's a clip so it attaches to your belt.
Oh.
So
that is super cool.
Oh, and then here it is.
Let's see. Let me make you big again here. And
all right. There's your clip. So you can carabiner it on right to it.
Oops, I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
Sorry.
We're good.
There you are. Okay, wait. Show us that again. Show us that one more
That's
time.
different. Oh, that one. Sure. The back of the corset.
Yes.
So there's your clip.
Yes. That's
and mostly
really
everybody
nice.
has little your little clips that go right onto your belts or your pouch. Another thing that I do, because I like things to be a little different, I make them different colors.
That's beautiful.
So this is my blue swirl. It's all vegetable-based dyes. I make them as many colors as I can think of. And every time I do a set, I do a rainbow horn. So
well, and then you do a rainbow horn. Is that what you said?
I did. So I take a horn and it's striped with all the colors that I used that day. It can be anywhere from 5 colors to 14 colors. Or I go this way.
I want a rainbow horn that looks rainbow colors, but the way that blue one looks that you're holding up, where it's a kind of tie dye, or what did you call it?
It's the swirl.
Yeah, swirl. I would love to have a rainbow swirl. Do your cup corsets go onto also those horns, because they don't have any handle at all? So the corset
Right. They actually have a frog. I make the leather frogs for them. Are you familiar with those?
Okay. Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah. So right there.
I am, but our viewers might not be. So feel free to show us that thing is enormous. Oh my gosh.
That is your leather frog, and those are Texas Longhorns. Right there.
They're enormous. How much liquid does one of those hold?
The Texas
Out of curiosity. Yes.
Texas Longhorns, they are 32 ounces. And I measure the Longhorns or any of my drinking vessels after they're completely done. So the final thing is the measurement. So it's not like you're getting it measured and then getting the coating inside and you're losing some volume. Right. So going on to oddities, there's a lot of horn makers out there. There's a lot of people doing the mugs and doing the shot glasses and so on and so forth. I try to take it a little bit creatively different. This one is wrapped in fabric. It is. It's called the frozen horn, and those little sparkly things are embedded Swarovski crystals.
Oh man, it's beautiful. What?
And as you can see, it is dyed on the outside, but not the inside.
Yeah, I love your horns. They're so unique.
Well, thank you. I do carve them. So I work with things that are natural, horn, bone, antler, fur. I do a lot of reclaimment. I like to reclaim. So great grandmother's mink coat can become a beautiful hairpiece or fur wrapping for horn or leather lids. That's the other thing that I do a lot of. Oh, here, you'll like this one too. That's a giant mug.
It is in fact a giant mug. I think on the giant mug we shall have to bid one another farewell. We are here at 5:30, a little over our time, but that's okay. Yeah, what do you have any last things you would like to say before we go?
Last things to say, absolutely. Check me out on Facebook. Give me a send out on the emails, Horny Things for you at gmail.com. Also, too, is give me a chance on custom orders. Horns can be made a lot of fun. And like I said, my stuff is good for hot or cold.
That is excellent. And I really want a rainbow horn now. Or a pink.
Let me know. I'll be
horn.
happy to make you one.
A pink princess horn. That sounds amazing. Okay. I shall bid you adieu, and we will move on. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you much, and I appreciate you doing this for us as vendors and everyone else there in the fairs. Bye.
Bye-bye. right. That was pretty awesome. It's true what she said, that there are horn vendors everywhere for drinking horns, but no two of them are ever alike. And those were some really cool, unique ones. So I really love seeing everybody's different work. So we have our next vendor here is 3 Dandelion Seeds, and I will bring her in. And hello, I also do not want to mispronounce your name. And so is it Phaedra? Am I saying that right?
It is.
Okay. Okay. So sometimes I read things more than I speak them, and therefore sometimes you read it different in your head than the way it would be said, right? So I'm glad I got that. Okay. So Phaedra, please tell us about yourself, who you are, what you do, where you're from, what's your home fare.
All that jazz. All right. So I am a teacher. I am a mother. I am a potter.
Are you wearing damsel in distress? I'm interrupting right now. Me too.
Yes.
Right? 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually representing several friends right now too. I've got Fierce Flare right here, and I've got the Hazel Moon in my hair, and some of my stuff in my ears. But as far as pottery goes, I got into it in college because I got my BFA in ceramics and sculpture, and did other things, life happens, and never kind of got away from clay, and decided that was my medium. I had to pick one, and that was it. And over many years, I put together my home studio. And probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I did a fair at Central Missouri Renaissance Festival and fell in love. The people are amazing. It is a grassroots sort of nonprofit organization. I've met some really fantastic people there, and they've actually been the impetus for me to find my voice. So through fair, I have discovered where I want my pottery to go. And
this is, again, that is a thing that is just so unique. Like every potter, you can just tell their work.
That's my CMRF mug.
CMRF?
Mm-hmm. Central Missouri Renaissance Festival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can find links to them from all of my information. They're my home fair, like I said, just absolutely love them. And they helped me figure out where I wanted to go. One of the things that I'd really like to show you that I think you'll go crazy over are my dragon mugs.
Oh, yes. Bring it forth. Show us the thing.
So this, and I may end up having to take my phone off of its holder to show you these guys in a better view. This is one of my dragon mugs. I don't know if you can see the pearlescence, the iridescence.
Very slowly, so that your camera has time to process the change. These are awesome. Look at that. There's so much detail in that.
Each dragon has its own character.
Oh, of course. I'm sure no two of those are ever the same. They're beautiful. What are their eyes made out of?
Well, it's all clay. So I make the mug. They're all functional. They are, unless they have the luster, which this one does, they're microwave and dishwasher safe. But they are definitely food safe, even if they have the luster. So it's just sculpture. So a lot of my mugs, I turn into a sculpture that you can use. Let me show you another one that has gold.
Yes, no, these are cool looking. I love this.
So that's actually 24 karat gold on there. It's fired into the glaze.
That is so cool.
Some are big, some are small.
It's beautiful. And so how big are these mugs approximately? Like, how many ounces do you think they hold?
Well, actually, I measure everything. And this guy would hold about 1.5 pints. So some of them are 12 ounces. Some of them are 1 pint. Some of them get up to 2 pints. And those are the big monsters. So some of the other sculpted mugs that I wanted to show you. Can I take my phone off and just move it around?
Yes, but you, I will warn you, you must move very slowly. For my experience with phones and video is that if you move too fast, the video can't keep up and it's just kind of blurry. So move yourself slowly to show us the things and it should be fine.
So I'm going to flip my camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Voila.
So some of the other sculpted things that I have, I've got woodsy items. It's a lizard, yeah. And I've got oak leaves on the handle.
I love that handle.
Acorns.
And the acorns, yes.
And the wooden texture. And this guy would hold a pint. He is not yet on my Etsy shop. This guy, however,
looks like that Japanese painting.
That's exactly what it is. It was totally influenced by the Great Wave. And then I've got tentacles in the handle.
Oh, how do you make an octopus laugh?
I don't know.
With tentacles. Tentacles. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I know.
So
it's like a dad joke.
Oh man, they're awesome. Another tentacle mug. This guy has a seahorse.
Oh, I love the seahorse so much.
And seaweed. And a little fishy.
It's such a mermaid mug. I love it.
Oh, mermaid mug. You want to see a mermaid mug, do you?
Uh-oh.
We have a mermaid mug? Yeah.
I think this shall have to be our last mug, but let's, ooh. And look at I love its pear shape, or I don't know what you would call it. And it's got like a mermaid tail for that is awesome.
Yes.
Can you show me the bottom of it? Because the bottom looks different than the others.
Yeah, it is, totally.
Yeah, it's like got a little wavy, I don't know, like a little, what would you even call that? It's like on its own little platform.
Oh, yeah, that's the foot.
The foot. There we are.
The foot. Yes, the foot of it. So one of the other things that I wanted to show you that I know our fairgoers will enjoy that I've been getting a lot of
bodice
about are bodice chillers. Yes.
Yes, I actually just saw somebody asking about that recently.
They're made of ceramic, and not all of them that people make have a cork, but you know, it seems really silly to me not to have a cork. So mine all have a cork, and they come in different shapes and sizes because, as you know, if you have ever worn a bodice chiller, especially with a damsel with the serious boning, if you have one that's too wide, it is painful.
Yes.
But if you wear an overbust, though, you can totally get away with a more rounded one. So I have the bodice chillers on my Etsy site.
And I know that there were definitely people out there recently in some of the groups, the Renaissance Fair groups, that were asking after bodice chillers. I hope they are watching right now and they know.
Oh my gosh.
You are also, you're right. You are participating in the magic word as well. So if you guys all have 1 week, the magic word is shamrock. And if you are to buy from 3 Dandelion Seeds, use the magic word shamrock. Ooh, that's cool. Speaking of bodices. And you will receive your special mini gift that whatever that surprise is that she chooses to put in with your order. So I thank you so much for sharing. Oh, that is a pretty good special surprise, I must admit. So I like those leafy ones.
Yes, they're really.
Ooh, and wings. Oh no. It's so hard to not just want to stay and keep looking at all of everybody's things. So. All right, my lady, I must bid you adieu.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And all of the links again to your store are in the low bar or the description on Facebook.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
You You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. We are moving on now to our next vendor. Oh, I know. I completely asked how to say the name of your store. And Eowyn, I'm sorry. I want to say it right, but I'm afraid that I'm not going to. Elleveve.
Yeah, you got it. Which is actually my middle name. My name is Elleveve is my given name. I mean,
wow, you have an amazing name.
I know. I have some pretty amazing parents. So,
all right. So tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from and what you do and all of the good details, the deets.
So I design upcycled fashion. I take clothing that's been discarded, often has holes, stains, rips, other reasons why thrift stores can't sell it. So I buy it at a discount and then I turn it into new clothing. And I have a couple different lines in my store. My two main lines are I do upcycled wrap skirts, size inclusive, from t-shirts. And I also do sweaters. I take apart sweaters and use the pieces to make big, elaborate sweater coats. And then I use the scraps to do some other stuff too that I'll show you in just a minute. But I think the first thing I might do is talk about my wrap skirts. So my wrap skirts are all kind of more geeky fandom than they are Ren Fair necessarily. Although there's some that have some crossover, but like for instance, we've got this guy here, and I'm just gonna show you the size of them. So they fit really everybody. I use 5 t-shirts to make 1 skirt. And when you wear this skirt, you can wear it higher on your waist, you can wear it lower on your hips. All of my skirts have in the listing have a maximum waist size. So with that maximum waist size, it will wrap around you, overlap at least 5 inches, and then still have the ties to tie. So it won't gap when you sit down. So they all have a maximum waist size. And to wear it, you'll figure out where to start it on your waist. And you actually start it on one end. So you don't start in the middle and try to wrap it around yourself. You start on one end, and you just hold that tie up, and you bring the rest of the skirt around your body. And you'll figure out, like I said, where to start it once you get it on once or twice to get the patterns where you like them. So for me right now, this pattern's kind of on the back, and I don't mind that, but if I wanted it on the front, I can then move it around. And then you just tie it off wherever it needs to be tied. And like I said, I mean, they really do fit almost everyone. And so the wrap skirt takes a little bit of practice to figure out how to tie it on, but once you do it once or twice, it's really pretty easy. So that's one line, and each one of these obviously is very different from the next. So you kind of just
are they reversible?
Some of them are reversible. So they're reversible in that, say you didn't want this pattern showing one day, you wanted it to be a little bit more subtle. You can start wrapping the other direction.
Oh.
And black skirt. So it's a little bit more subtle. Some of them are reversible in that you could wrap it the other way, but not many of them are, because that's the inside of the fabric and the tags in there.
What is that little hole for?
So I don't actually make holes in mine. Some wrap skirts have holes to put the tie through. I feel like you don't really need it because that hole is never in the right place for everybody.
It certainly isn't for me. I have a couple wrap skirts and
differently, and those holes just make something that's supposed to be size inclusive. Now it's a size, and you have to fit with it, which goes against a lot of what I believe in about fashion. I really feel like fashion should be available to every size body, every shape body. I've sold these to 6-year-old girls. I've sold them to people who of every size, every gender. And it's really important for me to have accessibility in clothing. And so speaking of accessibility, that's another thing is if you have a disability that would keep you from being able to wrap a skirt on, either because you use a mobility device or have arthritis in your hands or some reason you can't wrap it, for people with disabilities, I do free alterations to make it a pull-up skirt. I just need a waist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is a great benefit. Thank you for sharing that, actually. I wouldn't have known to ask. So what else do we have back there on the rack? I see you looking at things.
Coats. I made so many coats getting ready for Emerald City Comic Con, and then that didn't
And then it
happen
got canceled.
Yeah. So I sized coats from small. This is probably my smallest right here, all the way up to, I call them 3 to 4 XL.
Can you bring it forward? Can you bring the coat forward, or one of them, so we could see? Yeah.
Yeah. So these are all different sweaters that have been put together. If you turn around, I've got a nice long.
I love the hood.
Elfie hood. This one's got some special details with these little bows in the back, which were just a part of the sweater that I cut apart. They had them on there. This one also has extra pockets in the waistband, so you've got these snug little pockets here. Deep triangle pockets down here. Thumb holes in the sleeves. So
I am a fan of the thumb holes.
long, really twirly one. This one is one of my favorites. I'm so tempted to keep this one for myself because it's those jewel tones, but it's a really subtle jewel tone. So it's like the greens and purples. And if I don't have the right size, color, and style combination in my store, one of the things that I do quite a bit is I do custom coats. So what I do is I have an order form that we'll take you to in a minute where you can order your own. So you get to pick the colors, you get to pick the style, you get to pick everything about it, and then I make it to your measurements.
That is awesome. I am so glad that you actually live near me. I know I don't have one of your coats, but I have about a bajillion pairs of your gloves, and it still never seems like enough. I'm fortunate.
No. Speaking of the gloves, so
I love those cuffs, by the way, that are on that. They're big and fluffy and kind of like a big flower petal.
These are called the Pixie Point bell sleeves, which is one of the options that you can choose when you do a custom order. But speaking of the gloves just for a minute, so I do use the scraps to make gloves, which I sell in my booth at different places. Online, the ones that I have online, I sell pride flag arm warmers. So for instance, this is just your basic rainbow. So I just use the scraps from making the coats to do these arm warmers. And if bright rainbow isn't your thing, I also do kind of a little bit more subtle one. So I've got,
oh, that's nice.
The thread is just mix the rainbow. Yeah, I call it my goth pride. I also
goth pride.
Available bisexual, asexual, pan, trans, non-binary, gender fluid, and gender queer on my store. But if I don't have your flag, just contact me, and if I can make it, I will. So
that is amazing. So let's take a look here really fast, if we can, at your custom order form. I think I've got it pulled up here. Give me just 1 second to get that screen shared. And all right. So it looks, I assume we can see this. Yes, we can. Okay, great. So this is your custom, create a custom sweater coat, and on your website.
Yeah.
And now you
popped up for you.
Oh, let me see. Maybe now I have a new ad blocker, and I have to go through and give each website new permissions. So I think, do we have it now?
It looks like it, but I'm still not seeing all of it, just the top
Here
part.
we go.
There we go.
It's coming through. Basic custom sweater coat,
So you
includes full.
go ahead and select that. That's just your base coat. And if you go ahead and
you just click the picture?
click the little button next to at the top.
Little button. Oh, this. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yes.
Basic sweater coat, that just gets you started. My base price is $260. That's for the basic coat. But then you have all of these different customization options that you get to
Oh.
So you get to pick colors, and there's a couple color palettes that are a little bit more expensive. And I have some common color combinations, or you can pick your own colors.
Wow.
And I am using recycled materials, so no two are going to look alike. But I send you photos before I cut or sew anything of the sweaters I've selected. So it's really a collaborative process. And then you get to pick your hood style. So you can do no hood and just have a collar, or you can do different, just a basic round hood, or different.
I need a long pointed hood.
Yeah. And then
I do have one of your hoods. I got it for my birthday one year.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go on.
Go ahead. So then there's different sleeve styles. Like you said, you like the thumb hole sleeves, or the one that I tried on had the pixie point bell sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of different sleeve styles to choose from. Again, some are upcharges, some are not. As you play with this form, down at the bottom, it'll have your total, so you can kind of see what your price is looking like as you go along. Different skirt styles. So the one I tried on was the pixie point skirt, but you can choose.
This is amazing.
And those are all drawings that I did to kind of show the different options. And then there's different waistband options. So like the extra pockets in that one, waist size. I do some with corset lacing in the back. It's not really going to cinch you at all. It's just a style. If you have a wool allergy, I can't guarantee that the sweaters I use have never touched wool because they're coming from thrift shops. But what I do is if you have an allergy, I clean all my equipment and I wash and dry all your sweaters again separately to try to get as much fiber off as possible. Then there's some other fiber content. So when you go through, like I said, as you select different things, it'll tell you what your total is. And then if you hit onward, it'll take you to the measurement section, which I recommend having a friend help you do measurements. But if you
onward,
I can
it's probably me on my end. I'm like, oh no, here it is. Okay, I'm just gonna
just click something.
Good. I'm like, okay. Nope. Am I still missing something? I wasn't clicking things as I went along, so I probably have to go back and choose something for all of them.
The only ones that you have to do now. I think you're good.
Let's see. Onward. Aha. Did it do it? Is it going? I don't know. We have gone over our time a little bit here. Here we are, measurements, chest,
so you
waist.
Put in your measurements. If you don't have a friend with you right this minute to do your measurements, you can do that later. You can send me your measurements later. If you want to go ahead and place an order, then I can go ahead and get started on collecting the sweaters and thinking about it. The nice thing about the custom order too is I only ask for $100 up front, and it usually takes me 2 to 3 months to complete the order. So it's almost like getting to do a layaway plan, because they're not. They are a higher price point for some people. So getting to spread out those payments over time is kind of nice. And I don't charge any extra for custom. I don't charge any extra for plus sizes. It's just, I have price points that I figure out things.
Back to your philosophy of accessible fashion for all.
Yes. And I am doing your magic word, but because of
but you're doing a little different though, right? Okay.
Because of the way my shop works, there's nowhere to put in a comment. So if you put in Shamrock into the coupon code, I figure the best gift I can give you is free shipping right now, since nobody can leave their house.
Right.
So if you put Shamrock in as a coupon code, then you get free shipping on any order.
Well, free shipping is a pretty good deal. So, speaking as somebody who does a lot of shipping, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and I always throw in some goodies just anytime I ship an order. So, don't worry.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show this afternoon and showing us your amazing work. And I love all of your diversity and your commitment to that. So I don't know, you just take a lot of details into account, and that's very thoughtful. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, you as well. Good night.
See, while she was showing things, I secretly went out and I snuck a pair. These are a pair of her gloves that I have. All right. Last but not least, you guys, this is our final vendor of the evening, is the Leaf Whisperer, and I shall bring her in with us now. Hello. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
So I have not seen you at a show in some time. I'm so excited that you're here.
I know. The last time I saw you was at Odd Mall many years ago. So
yes.
Yes. So no, I haven't really been going to many shows. I'm mostly selling on Etsy now, but I am hoping to get to some fairs in the future again.
Well, the distant future at this rate. Right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us about yourself and about your work and what you do, and give us some insight.
Okay. Well, I've been doing this for, I don't know, maybe 9 years. I've always kind of had a desire for an artistic outlet, and started doing some little sculptures and shadow boxes in the last 9 years, like I was saying. So I have a lot of probably fairy focused items, and I typically start with sculpting a figure. This is one I was beginning the other day that I haven't painted yet, and then it will evolve into various little figurines or shadow box art. I'll show you a few examples of that. So I've made a few of these bookworms over the years. Made this one just the other day. So it's a little little figure. And as you can see, it's reading a book about butterflies. So this is kind of a cute little thing for the bookshelf.
Did you paint those butterflies inside of that tiny little book?
I did not paint these tiny butterflies. These are little cutouts, and then I wrote in the book. And so there's, several little pages that have, his little story. I think it's a self-help, personal transformation or something. So anyway, so that's the bookworm. And then another piece I made recently, this one's not up on Etsy yet, but again, I sculpted a little figure, and I found this hand-carved box, and I just love to make, little scenes inside the box. So here's the little sort of.
Okay, hold it real still. So yes, that is amazing. I love your work so much.
Dress that you do today.
I'm sorry?
She's sort of wearing the same color as you today.
Yes, that indeed.
Yeah. So that's an example of one of my smaller pieces. And then I also will make some snail ladies. So this is an example of a little snail lady emerging from her seashell. So I sculpt the pieces and then, put them in a variety of settings, So this is a little snail lady. And here's
where do you get your inspiration from for these?
I don't know. I mean, I've always loved fairies since I was little.
I mean, keep showing us too.
Okay, yeah. So here's this is a little mermaid figure that I sculpted, and she's sitting in an abalone shell, obviously.
What is her hair made out of?
So the hair that I use is actually alpaca hair.
So it's very soft.
It's very soft and realistic. Yeah. And then I have a variety of, I'm going to hold up a shadow box that I just finished that I really love right now. But unfortunately, the glass on the shadow boxes is really catching reflection off the screen. So I'm going to hold it back. And then this is one I can actually take, I can remove the frame because I want to pull this a little closer to the camera so you can see the detail on it. So this one is about, it's kind of a Victorian type theme. And as you can see, it's these little fairies that are they're little collectors, right? So they have all these found and lost items.
And spools, buttons.
Exactly.
It's like a hydrangea at the top. I love hydrangeas. Right. I like this the little Victorian photo in the frame that you have there.
Oh, right. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun making that one. But then I'll also do some pieces that are not so specifically fairies. This is a piece that recently sold, but I haven't shipped it yet. And it's, I also love ravens. So this, is, let me see if I can get the reflection off of it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the light sometimes makes it difficult.
It does. So,
I like that raven up in the tree though.
Yeah, so the raven up in the tree. I actually have some cards that I'll hold up, and these were all scenes from inside my shadow boxes. So for example, this one is a shadow box again with the raven. This is a picture of what's in the shadow box. So the raven, the maiden. This one, the inspiration began because I was on a walk and I found this bird wing right here.
And in the shadow box, is it the real bird wing or feathers from it?
Yeah, the real bird wing is in the shadow box. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and then this was also the inside of a shadow box I made quite some time ago. And those are all actual dried leaves and dried furled fern fronds, lichen and moss within, the shadow box. So I have a lot of cards as well. This was a piece, she's a garden goddess. So she's kind of rooted into the ground, and then the kind of the felted garden behind her. And again, this is one that, here we have the glare, but it's actually in.
Oh, there she is.
In the shadow box, right? So.
Now, so these are 5x7 blank greeting cards. Is that what those were?
Yeah, exactly. So those are 5x7 blank greeting cards, and the shadow boxes vary in size. And yeah, so I just definitely I've had some custom orders where if people see something they've liked that I've previously sold, and you can certainly find that in the if you go onto my Etsy page and look at the sold product, or if you're on my Facebook page, you can see things that I've had before but have sold, and I've definitely made things similar, for that reason. I don't usually have a ton of inventory up on my Etsy page just because it's not my full-time job. So I make things as I can, but then they typically sell pretty quickly.
At the live shows pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just I love making the scenes. It's really just very enjoyable for me to create little worlds. Yeah, so
I'm gonna zoom in on this. I clicked this seagrass mermaid, and I want to enlarge her. Let's see, Come here, seagrass mermaid. I think to do that, though, I have to switch my screen really quick.
Okay. Yeah, that was one. I mean, I make a lot of pretty mermaids, but I also did a series of more eccentric mermaids, the ones that aren't so much the Disney mermaids, you know. So this one's a little bit more unusual.
I love her. I think she's amazing.
Thank you.
And I love this like the little shell, and I don't know. I just like how she's all, well, I guess more natural looking is how I would think of it. Right. I don't know how else to really describe it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I love her. She's cool.
Yeah, I think she's one that definitely, it's kind of hard in a photograph to do her justice. I mean, it's, I still have
that's actually her.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold her close if you can. Ooh, there we go. Oh, she's beautiful. I have so many creatures. I have a creature collection, and she would make a neat addition to my creature collection. Which I think you know this though, because don't I have one thing from you around here somewhere? I feel like I do. I'm not sure.
I really do. Yes, from Oddmall years ago.
I'm like, what? Where is? I have so many creatures. If you could see.
I know. So I used to do a lot of terrariums. I was calling them ferrariums. But
ferrariums.
But I have stopped doing those because unless I'm doing shows or bazaars, they're pretty impossible to ship. So I've gone more to just shadow boxes and figurines and cards at this point.
So I'm clicking on your sales button to see if we can look at past. Here we go, past items.
There you go. Yeah, so there's definitely, I've made several snail ladies recently. And yeah, you can see there I have, I also have done a lot where there's sort of fairy specimens. And I've done some fairy nests in the past as well.
And you sculpt all of these little fairies.
I do. I always start with the face, because obviously if the face doesn't work, the whole thing won't work, right? So I start with the face and kind of go from there. And oh yeah,
I guess that makes the fairies that are kind of in the pages of the book there.
Yeah, the library fairies. Yeah.
Library fairies. I love that. Okay, well, you also are participating in the magic world. So, and I'm just bringing us back. Yes, that is very exciting. So for the next week, should anybody choose to shop with you in your store, please enter the word Shamrock at checkout and you will receive your special surprise bonus gift. Yes, thank you so much for joining us and being the last one of the day today. And huzzah to everybody who's stuck around. Please thumbs up and likes and subscribes. And of course, as with all the other vendors, if you missed anybody today and you want to go back and look, the Leaf Whisperer and everybody prior is in the description and the low bar of the YouTube channel and or Facebook that you may be watching through, because we are hosted on several places here today. So
thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. All right. That, my lovely fair friends, brings us to the conclusion of the very first handmade home shopping segment. And we had 12 amazing vendors today that got to show you all of their stuff. And we are looking to run episode 2 next Sunday, the shopping portion. I feel like I'm yelling in everyone's ear right now. It keeps trying to make me eat it. So, but I would encourage you all to go check out these stores and these vendors and support Handmade, support your friends and local artists and all of the good things. And we had such a wide variety, from all the way from, you know, up here to down in Texas and Florida and up in the Northeast, all over the Midwest. We had vendors from everywhere. We will be doing our next show next Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. PST, Pacific time. So that a little bit later for you guys on the East Coast. But if you are interested in being on the show and you are a vendor out there, hit us up. You can send a message here. You can find Faye Productions on Facebook, send a message, and we have a little link and everything. We'd love to have you on the show. And I hope that everybody has a good evening. I bid you all adieu as well. Adieu is my word tonight to you and you and you. Good night, you guys. I will talk to you all soon.